Am I the a-hole for not inviting my grandparents? After they said I was not their real grandson. In November, my dad's parents and my mom got into an argument. Because they said they decided to start a college fund for my 11-year-old brother. It was not even brought up, they just decided to share it on their own. My mom was confused, since they mentioned it unexpectedly, but thanked them. She asked them why they decided to make one now, and why they brought it up. They said something about wanting to do it for their grandson, and making sure he is set so he does not have to worry about paying for college. My mom then asked if they had started one for me, and they said I was not their real grandson, so the answer was no, and they didn't have one for me. They added something about how I would get something else, and accused my mom of expecting too much. For context, my dad adopted me when I was 5. He started dating my mom when I was 2. I do not know my biological father personally, but I know of him. He died when I was 3, and my mom told me he was not a good person and was in and out of jail. My dad is the only dad I have ever known, and I always thought his parents accepted me. But hearing them say I wasn't their real grandson hurt. It was not even about the money. It was the fact that I was excluded, and realizing the only reason was because I was not my dad's biological son. The argument happened right in front of me and my brother. Just a few days before Thanksgiving. Since then, I have viewed my dad's parents differently, and tried to keep my distance from them. They eventually apologized for saying I was not their real grandson, but only because my dad basically forced them to. Over time, I realized I did not really care anymore, but I just loved them more than they loved me. School is almost back in, and I take senior pictures soon. My dad's parents were over for Christmas, and my parents brought up me taking pictures. That led to my dad's parents talking about how excited they were to see me graduate, and how they could not wait. This confused me. It honestly did, because a month ago, they basically told me that I wasn't their real grandson. And now they're excited to see their grandson graduate. I told them that they were not coming, and that I didn't want them there. Of course, this shocked my parents and my dad's parents. They asked why, and I told them I remember them saying I wasn't their real grandson, so it doesn't make sense for them to want to come to my graduation when they have no ties to me. My dad looked upset, and his parents were too. His parents basically said I should move on since they already apologized and meant no harm. I told them that when they apologized, it was only because my dad told them to. After that, it got awkward. This happened during Christmas, and I have not seen them since. My dad told me they are hurt by what I said, and that I should apologize and let them know I did not mean it, and that I'd still like them to come. I told him I meant what I said, and that I do not want them there. It is not like I can stop them from coming anyway, but I would prefer if they did not, since they have no reason to be there. He says their feelings are hurt. It is honestly embarrassing to think they have been my grandparents my whole life, only to find out they didn't even think of me as their grandson. My mom says she agrees with me, but thinks I should consider my dad's feelings, since this puts him in a hard position, and wants everyone to be family. I am not trying to hurt my dad, but I just don't want his parents at my graduation when I just found out they didn't accept me. So, am I the a-hole for not letting them come to my graduation? Like and subscribe for more.